Alright, making sure everything is ready to go. Just want to quickly go get this link because it is the finale. We will definitely, I hope to at least, get the game completed today, and I have every intention of doing exactly that. So we'll just quickly go to my channel so I can get the link, because I gotta post this to like my Discord. Alright. Just bear with me, guys, as I attempt to get things done as quickly as possible so that way we can get into the game. And we'll go that. And there we go. So that's taken care of there. Excellent. Everything checks out on the OBS end, which is always good to see. And the live stream is in excellent condition. I will say this capture card, for the cheap price that I got it for, which I think was like $50 on AliExpress, it has been nothing short of exceptional. So I'm very, very happy with it.
The Creed came back, alone.
And the Slayer.
Nothing.
Get him on. Bishop Creed. Where is Thera?
The Slayer came, and there was a struggle. We should leave. Now.
What that implies, and what I believe, is two different things.
Everyone out, now.
Yeah, I know he's a 5. He's practically invincible. I refuse to believe he'll die. I refuse it. Plain and simply put.
They are rage, brutal, without mercy. But you will be worse. Rip and tear, until it is done.
I don't see it. I have a big giant smirk on my face when I hear that. Oh my god, what a reference to Doom 2016! Oh. Oh, I love that bit. Oh my. A dead sloop. Okay. Things have evolved, or devolved, depending how you want to look at it. Quite dramatically, I will say. I'm kind of scared to press what this thing does now. But, I'm gonna do it.
Attempting to connect to Sentinel network.
Something is up. Something's up there, but I can't get it. Hello. I now remember. Zoom 64 had sort of invisible imps known as nightmare imps. Yeah, because I remember watching Big Mac Davison's let's play of it. And yeah, nightmare imps were a thing. But it only took me forever and a day to figure that one out. Ghostbusters are gonna pay for a bang. Probably not the voice Boom Guy would have, but I'm not a voice actor. Nor am I going to pretend I am one. That's good. Or rather, a mock voice actor fun, I should say.
Signal detected. A beacon is emanating from the mortal plane. Scanning. Vessel located.
Okay, then. Ghost. Pretty much. Ooh. Just because I look like one of you guys doesn't mean I have to act like one of you guys. You guys to die. Beautiful. It's my birthday. Casually killing you. Yeah, I swear there was 2 archviles, but maybe I could. In which case, good. Say this while I'm ahead. My level of Doom 64 is very low. minimal. The only thing I know of Doom 64 is what I've pretty much seen on Big Mac Dave's Let's Play of Doom 64. Aside from that, I know nothing about Doom 64. First, I intend to go around and whoops, whoops, whoops. That was a wrong step. That was a step in the wrong direction. I'll go back to him in a moment for something. That was a secret area, but all the same, glad it worked. Boing. 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 Come on, the rules. Do a quick look before we go anywhere, because I'm known to be over. Hello. Hello. Hello, hello. There's this. Alright. Yeah, you expect me to be scared? Booyah. It'll probably get ironed away very quickly. let's have a quick look, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I came up from there, looking to the left and right of me as I'm going by. It appears this is the way to go, but there is, however, something there, but it looks like I might have to access that a little later on. Like here. Okay, that way is basically nothing. Okie dokie. Good to know. Again. Hello? Bye-bye. Copy. We will return there in a moment. There's something here that needs to be looked at, I guess. Hello, Sophia. Beautiful. That's all that. But yeah, I've never played Doom 64. Not actually like played it. I've watched a live guy, Ignite Davis, play it, and I didn't really get all that far into his let's play, regrettably. Which is why my knowledge of Doom 64 is unbelievably limited. The reason why I never played it was because I didn't have a Nintendo 64 growing up. I had a PS2. Now, if there was a Doom PS2 edition, I might have known what it is, assuming the PS2 edition was at all like the 64 edition. But we are going to make the assumption that it wasn't, because there was no PS2 edition of Doom. Would have been nice to have it on the PS2 had an edition of Doom. It was powerful enough at the point. I certainly would have thought so. The Harbor of Souls. Something over there is calling me to do. And I can line it up. That. But it's too far away. All these guys must be telling a environmental story of how things used to be.
Arcane totem identified.
Ooh,
Rerouted to next
nice.
objective.
Skull-based keycards. We got those in Doom 2016. Those were a prominent feature in pretty much since the first Doom. Particularly in hell levels, where they made a lot more sense. Hello, you're dead now. I'll just take that. Thank you. Not even a challenge might. Though to be fair, I have made it so I'm an absolute badass when it comes to dealing damage and taking. Because it would be unfun to me had I kept it at default settings. When I first started, I was dying that much, it was not fun. So I changed the difficulty to make it so I do a lot of damage to the demons do very little damage to me. Making it so it's a lot more fun. Now, there's obviously more to be done here, so let me have a look quickly. Aha, something here. Or is it nothing? I think it's nothing. It is nothing. Okay, that's fair. That's completely and totally fair. I could have just walked towards it. But I treated it as if it was a goddamn puzzle. Yeah, not always the simplest things, you know, translate. Sometimes I think, oh, everything's a goddamn puzzle. Yeah, zoom out. Yeah, this is pretty. I like the, out of the newer games, I like the Doom 2016 Revenant better. He was, close to the Revenant I've come to love, or somewhat love, I should say. I was more of a Cacodemon person, so yeah. The Cacodemon has always been my favorite little demon. Hello, down here. Up. Whoops. A small misstep. That's all that was. I swear I saw gold, but I could be in the wrong. I guess I was in the wrong. Oh no! But that was a secret all the same, I just don't need the life sigil. Alright. I'm always looking for, or somewhat always looking for, things that might stand out. Dudes. I remember when I watched the video where Id was talking about how to more or less play this game, where they said, you know, in this game we want you to be a tank. Yeah, that just messes with how I'm used to playing games, especially the Doom games. I'm not a tank player. I am more of a get in there, kill, and just basically be an absolute menace to the demons. That's the old playstyle I go by. Anyone else want to try their luck? To quote Megaton, would anyone else attempt to fill his sheet? Such a small area, I'm right behind here. And I might actually use my live signals for the first time. Minimizes them, get up here. Really? I get up here and they disappear? Arr. Oh well. Let's move on. Sentinel Shrine, I can upgrade the feast. Encore. Excellent. I'll go that way in a moment because I feel like there's so much more to do. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And down we go. I keep forgetting that's a climbable wall, but there have been known to be secrets right underneath you, and until you turn around, you don't know they're there. I'll get to that, I hope. Let's have a look around. Just gonna minimize the crowd by a dramatic amount. These things, I hated the whiplash, I believe they're called. I hated the whiplash in Doom Eternal, I still hate them. But then again, compared to a lot of the other demons in Doom, she's certainly not the worst. In fact, I would make the argument that she's actually one of the better of the worst, if that makes any logical sense. Because the way I see a demon is if they're more of a nuisance than something fun to play with, such as the Archvile, then they make it on my, like, demons I hate on this. And Lost Souls, Pain Elementals, and Archviles are my top 3. I hate the Archvile, I hate the Lost Souls, I hate the bloody Pain Elementals. The only real reason why I hate the Pain Elementals is they're the ones that spawn Lost Souls, and yeah, seeing as Lost Souls are on my my list of most hated demons, the Pain Elemental qualifies as the worst demon in Doom history. So congratulations, Pain Elemental, you got onto a list just automatically. Now, I didn't get a chance to fully explore this, did I? I apparently did. I'm an idiot, though. I'll get to you. Oops. One footstep too far. No, 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 no! Oh. I actually legitimately thought I wasn't going to make that. That was... Yeah, I just wasted the shield for no goddamn reason on fodder. Die already. I like the old art style, but it's a plasma gun. I mean, I know it is still more or less firing it, but still doesn't feel like feels like it's firing a machine gun more than it is a plasma rifle. But maybe that's just me. Maybe just maybe that's just me. Did I pick up the red key or have I not? I don't think I did I? I got a blue. Nope, I did not. I mustn't have went to the area I needed to go. Typical Nathan, always forgetting. Hello. Hello again. Alright, something opens that, because that wouldn't be there otherwise. Okay, that's where the whoops. That was not intended. I see. Will this go up again? Please tell me it'll go up again. Okay. I'm gonna say this is a matter of timing. This is gonna be a matter of timing for me. Never mind. It's a lot easier than I make it out to be. Alright. This is the way I should have went, but not went at all because I am an idiot. Grab these. Gold is gold, whether you like it or not. And plus I'm needing the gold for upgrades. There we go. I'll just take that, thank you very much.
Final totem obtained.
Well, if we're going by anything in the old school Doom, there's still the yellow skull that's to be grabbed, so... There was the red, the blue, and the yellow skull in the original Doom! So... When you say final, it's like, no, not really. Damn it. Me and my parkour skills, I hate parkour in games. Parkour, the worst thing, right up there with mazes. And before anyone asks, yes, Plutonia's hunted level, which is basically a archvile maze, is definitely considered the worst level in human history. It's certainly the worst in Doom history. I hated that map, and I still do to this day. is an unforgivable map. No, no, no! No, not more Lost Souls. Get off. I hate Lost Souls. I loathe Lost Souls. In the original Dooms, they don't explode on contact. They just keep attacking you with a melee attack, which makes them the prime definition of annoying. And the funny thing is that I know exactly what they were. I know exactly what they were like before they became the melee charging skulls that they were in the original Doom. They started out life originally as a hit scanning skull, but it was like, yeah, there was no time to implement that, so what they did instead was just make him a melee attack, a fiery skull with a melee attack. Worst decision ever. I would have went with the psychic attack over the bloody melee attack. Go up here. Hello, I'll just casually kill you and kill you and go back down here because there's still more to be killed. Yeah, why not? I barely use this thing, literally. There we go, that takes care of them. It was a bit of a waste, but like using a flamethrower to kill a fly. The question is like not why did I do it, but why don't I? I will say it right now, if this does get the campaign DLC, the premium upgrade says this game will get. But if the campaign DLC comes with more Lost Souls, I will be pissed. Pissed. No, worse off. I'll be worse than pissed. I'll be livid. Livid. Oh. The Lost Soul was the worst demon ever invented in Doom, and to this day I will hold that statement completely. Now, where are we going? We are trying to get over there, but it is not so traversable there. Oops, okay, I guess I'll fall then. I guess I'll fall. I don't want to end up having to make more tracks than I have to. Hello, this looks like the way forward. And it is the way forward. So let's make our way forward. Sentinel Shrine where? Oh, there. Upgrades available. Just casually do that. Nothing here. Okay. Oh ho. Hey Iron, how are you? Sorry it took me a bit to reply.
Payment required.
Oh, that is toll. Fuck off. Oh Lord. Oh, that's going to be how I handle all toll boosts from now on. Just payment. Just grab the shotgun. Fuck off. Oh, that is. Oh, that by far has been my favourite part of this game so far. The simple action of just payment, fuck off. I won't be able to get over that. I really won't be able to get over that. Oh dear. I will admit there is a sort of odd charm to games like that where it's like every now and then they just like let's just have like a moment where we just like have something so simple and is replied with equally as simple. I'll never get over that. I have been good. I have beat the game a second. Give or take, this game would be, I'd say, is 14 hours. So you spent 28 hours effectively playing this game. Yeah, roughly. And I based the 14 hours more or less based on my like 2-hour-ish intervals of completing the game. There's obviously more demons to die, and you're one of them. Yeah, I did also ask myself the simple question of like, would I probably end up like doing live streams where I go to try to 100% complete everything, or get the rest to 100% completion? I mean, it would be awesome to do, but I think honestly, I won't bother with 100% completing it. So, I'm enjoying myself. Do I not recognize you? Of course I do. Is my audio not coming through? I know exactly who you are. The username is like clear as day for me. I call you Iron for the for privacy reasons. Unless I'm otherwise told to address you by real life name, I will address you by the username. Hello, you guys are gonna die, because... Yeah, you guys are demons, and as far as I'm concerned, all demons must die. But yeah, it took me forever and a day, Will, to realise... Hold on, let me just take care of this demon before I read the next chat piece. Oh my goodness. Let's just take care of you guys. That's everyone for the most part. Go on to this. Probably not needed to be, but whatever. Oh, perfect. Alright, where were we? Because I spent 18 hours playing the game. My first playthrough took me 14 hours to my second, and my second time took... Wow. Well, you definitely... I would argue you're a better speedrunner, for lack of a better term, than I am. But then again, I don't really speedrun the games I play. I tend to just enjoy them for what they are, for the most part, so... The closest I've ever done to speedrunning was E1M1, trying to speedrun that, and I think my record sat at about 1 minute and 14 seconds, I think it was. Your second playthrough was on Ultra Violence, or yeah, Ultra Violence. Yeah. I don't pretend to speedrun a lot. Like I said, the closest I did was E1M1 from the original Doom, 1 minute 14, which is not all that fast when you really consider the records out there, but I don't know, I guess I'll call it a record because, you know, it was pretty damn fast. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. He says as he figures it out. I don't know how many Doom games you've played. I think we discussed it once, but my memory is not exactly the best. But I would say, of the 3 recent Dooms, which one would you say was probably by far the easiest to just go through? Doesn't appear there's anything. Oh, that gave me a momentary fright. Whew. That was I thought there was a monster right in front of me. I was prepared to press the trigger. Doom 2016. I mean, yeah, I probably could see that too. Doom 2016 doesn't have the, for lack of a better term, the more complex mechanics of these more 2 recent titles. So, in my honest opinion, I believe a great game is a simple game, personally. So, a simple game that's easy enough to understand and pick up right off the bat is better than a game with abnormally complex mechanics. We are piloting a ship. I'm tempted to just start singing Wellerman for no reason. Yeah, I won't lie. It was certainly a shock to see Doom Slayer, sorry, in the state that he is. But even I would be of the belief that it's pretty much impossible to kill him and for him to be permanently dead. So I'm very firmly of the belief that, like, he was like, yeah, the helmet insinuates he's dead, but yeah, no, I know better. You can't kill Doom Guy. He's invulnerable. He's immortal. Oh, I was so close to killing all 75 demons. Ah, well. No big whoop. What did I miss? Exactly what was I needed. Oh, I would have gotten only a ruby for it. Yeah, I saw a chest. I never. No, he crashed into the gate, and that was it. No, I'd make it no point to skip the cutscenes whatsoever. I watch every single one, or try to at least. Whew! Look at that. We're only, technically speaking, 2 away from the completion of the game. Current mission not included. Ooh, spooky forest, Slenderman forest, even. In a forest like this, it's indicating to go that direction. I really want to explore the forest. Okay, I guess it's a linear path. Okay. Linear path it is. When he was in the cage being held by the 301s, he nuked himself and killed himself. Yeah, I saw that. I was firmly of the belief that, like, there's no way he can die. At least not die in the conventional sense. Is how I would word it. Welcome to Limbo.
By blood right, we invoke the dark powers to call upon the damned.
I mean, if Limbo is basically that,
Going back.
if I die and I end up in Limbo, I'll be walking for a damn long time. Oh well, on the good side, you get some good exercise. Oh dear. I'm back. But he's fucking dead. He went to the afterlife, the Sea of the Souls. Maybe I was obviously defining dead and alive in different contexts. Pardon me, I had a burp there. So, I'll just pause for a moment. So, in the context of Doom, other people had to use hell magic to revive him. Well, yeah. But, how would I word it? In this form, the way I'm seeing it, at least, is dead in my context means, like, life has just ceased. Like, there is no continuation, there is nothing. Like, it is just straight up, you are dead. D-E-A-D, the end. Obviously, the game implies Doom Guy never really died, per se, but rather he's alive in just a different way. So that's what I would define as dead. Dead is like the end. Like there's nothing. Like that's it. Just blackness, basically.
The outer defenses were slaughtered. Novic's forces are surrounded.
The Creed
And that
just
will
surrendered.
eventually become his
He's not
tomb
responding.
that we will eventually be found in and break out of. Well, not really break out of, but you know what I mean, in Doom 2016. So from here on out, we start making the demons fear us. Leader detected. Easy. Let's do this. Casually kill you. Casually kill you. I don't know, I've always got to pause when I have to read, but I'll just quickly kill this pathetic idea of a revenant. It's pathetic. Like I said, I liked Doom 2016's Revenant better. It was a lot more faithful to what I expect of the Revenant in design. These enemies see no further light. Die. Okay, so the... okay, whatever. Let's just move on quickly. So... yes, but in Doom that is an afterlife, so that's not how death works. Maybe. But again, I see death like just straight up is like the end. So I don't know, maybe I'm more thinking death as in the conventional sense, perhaps? I don't know. And now you're dead, I'll just take this. And there we go. That's them. I do prefer the idea of like the demons sticking around so I can just murder the life out of all of them, but eh. You know, I think I'll take whatever little mulligans the game will give me, I guess. I don't need to destroy all of them, but I am doing it because why the fuck not? Hello. Beauty. They're dead. Wait till I finish the game. It took 7 live streams, basically a week for me. I remember I said to my bro, I was like, you know, could I have in theory completed this game inside of a day?
Routed.
Possibly. I think I could have, because you know, the 16 hours a day, and it's basically, I spent like 14 hours completing this game. But I think, yeah, I probably could have completed it in a day. Most likely. But obviously, cognitive burnout is a thing, and I want this first, whatever this is, 7 here. Gold! Up. take me higher. Hold on, is that what I... No, that's health. Health. Whoops. Over there. Okay, I guess we'll just wait for the next elevator. Hey, hey, don't jump. I have a nasty tendency to overstep. Take one step too far. You need to stop doing that. I would be inclined to ask you... Oh yeah, I do have an hour. I should be able to get it done. But either way, I think even if it takes me like 3 hours to complete the game, I'm going to make this the finale. So it's like the final push. The final push is what I'm calling this. It's got the finale, so that means I gotta finish it now. I would be inclined to ask you what, in your experience, like what would you say is the worst of the Doom games? I mean, I could easily answer that because I'm an old schooler, but my opinion on the matter is going to differ from yours. For me, it's always Doom 3. It's the worst game in all the Doom franchise. And we want this, thank you. Go. Because you completed it, there is that part of me that's tempted to ask like a question of like, you know, does this happen, does that happen, but at the same time I don't want to be spoiled for it. I am a walking contradiction at the worst of times. This one, but it's a damn good game. It is a good game for what it is. But I would say Doom 3 is weaker. Because Doom 3, when you put it in comparison to like what came before it, it was much slower. It was, for lack of a better term, much scarier in the way that it took a much heavier horror focus. And lots of old school fans like myself really didn't like the direction they took it. It was not a very good Doom. Graphically, it was a masterpiece. Sonically, again, a masterpiece, but it was just... it was weak. It was pretty damn weak for a Doom game. Because pacing was just far too slow. I mean, if you want, one day we could, you know, play Doom 3 together once time permits. I think there is a co-op mod for Doom 3. I don't remember the exact thing, whether or not it works perfectly or not, I don't know. I also think it hasn't been updated in a while, so it might not work. I don't know. I would have to do some testing myself, because, yeah, if it doesn't work, then, you know, what's the point? Die. Like I said, I think there's a co-op mod for Doom 3 on the... I offered to do that when you get to do it in your marathon. I am thinking of doing that now, but now I'm obviously doing things in the backwards way as opposed to the forwards way. The original plan, now at this point, is I'll obviously take a break after playing Doom: The Dark Ages to give myself the breather I obviously will need. Because now I'll just do things backwards. So it's like do the Doom: The Dark Ages, take a little break, then return, do Doom Eternal and Ancient Gods Part 1 and Part 2, which I know you've been not necessarily nagging, but you have been kind of, you know, asking me to like live stream that, so I will once I get to it. So, you know, I'll do
Demons
Doom
are taking
Eternal
heavy
and
casualties.
I missed that. Oh well. But yeah, I'll do Doom Eternal, and then I do Doom 2016, and once I've finished Doom 2016, that's when I'll be able to do Doom 3. And I think it's around Doom 2016 when I'll have to do that testing, I think. Because, like I said, if the mod doesn't work for the most recent version of Doom 3, then, you know, what's the point? And even then, like, well, we could make the sort of plan of, like, you just, you know, are there in the call and you just experience it alongside me that way. It doesn't, in my opinion, that doesn't feel as, how would I say, fulfilling, for lack of a better term, because it's one person playing and another person just passively experiencing, I guess. But either way, I will have to test for it. Like I said, after Doom 3, I'll then have to do Doom 64, and then I'll do Final Doom, or what is that? Not really. Plutonia can be an absolute nutbuster at the worst of times. Like, I joke not when I say relative, like, okay, maybe relative to more modern Doom wads, it's not as much of a nutbuster, but Plutonia is one of the first nutbusters in Doom. Like, it was one of the first games where it's like, you will, you know, most certainly experience a great deal of frustration. So yeah, I'll do Final Doom, Plutonia and TNT, then I'll do, you know, Doom 2 and all of it stuff. And then Ultimate Doom, and then voila, every single Doom. But it will all be a matter of going backwards. So I was intending to go forwards, and yeah, I just didn't plan too far ahead in time, and I didn't start doing my live streams long before Doom: The Dark Ages was due to release. So. Oh, I had to pause there. Technically, if you're doing it backwards, don't you have to do 8 Arcane Gods first? I think you would make sense there, but I think the way it is more so sort of doing it, how would I put it? Sort of core game based. So it's like Doom: The Dark Ages, Doom Eternal, then Ancient Gods Part 1, Ancient Gods Part 2, then Doom 2016. And now I find myself going through all the Dooms. Then there's Doom 3, Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil, Doom 3 The Lost Missions, and then Doom 64. Then Final Doom Plutonia in TNT, because Final Doom is 2 WODs. Then Doom 2 Hell on Earth, then Master Levels for Doom 2, and then No Rest for Living, and then Legacy of Rust. And then Ultimate Doom, Sigil 1, Sigil 2, and then John Romero's E1M4B and E1M8B, and then by then I can officially and formally say I have completed every single Doom. So, hey, our dragon's back.
All targets destroyed.
Good, good.
There's one left.
Where is he? He's not far away, I'm sure. Hello, I didn't notice this. Yay! yeah, I will be doing it backwards, but not backwards in a way that I'm literally like going backwards and starting with Arcane Gods Part 2, then Part 1 and whatnot. There's just a part of me that feels like doing it exactly that way would be a bit weird. So, yeah. But yeah, when it comes to Doom 3, if you're happy to co-op through it, when I get to that, keyword being when I get to it,
The makers won't
I'm
allow
happy
this.
to like test the co-op mod and see
The
if it
Slayer will
works.
decide his fate.
If worst comes to worst and the co-op mod doesn't work, what am I missing here? Oh, just keep going. No problem. But yeah, if it turns out the co-op mod doesn't work, then I'll yeah, I'm sure we'll figure something out. Like we're pretty smart folk. Well, you are more than I am. The mechanic that is, whoops, wrong buttons. I'm pressing wrong buttons every time. I definitely agree, it's a very bad mechanic, but eh. I feel like it's just one of those things where it's like, over time you'll kind of, aha, I see the thing I want to chase after. I've been chasing after these things for pretty much any time I've like been on the dragon. There's always been these things and I've been chasing them, killing them actively. Yay! I definitely don't do very well with my dodging. Also kind of shows you which direction I tend to... Never mind. 3 of 22. Taking the thing down that once that once we're taking down the thing that once held our chains. That. Okay. Take care of that. Ooh boy, we're coming across these enemies again from Doom Eternal. God, I remember you guys probably a little too well.
It is your duty to protect your creed.
It's also my duty to finish what you guys ended up starting. In the original Doom, there was a simple kind of janitorial kind of vibe in the way that the UAC messed up. You are being sent to Mars to clean up the UAC's mess, more or less. And by clean up the mess, in other words, kill all the demons and make it out alive. It's a weird way of looking at Doom, but I mean, you give it some thought, more or less. You look at it sort of, I guess you could say higher level, or lack thereof. You know, think about it. The UAC was experimenting with things they probably shouldn't have. All hell breaks loose and causes an absolute mess. Doom Guy gets sent in, and it's just like, you are now required to clean up the mess the UAC started. It's obviously more nuanced, but you get the general point. I often keep forgetting there is a simple enough thing I can do.
Please, help me. I could still be of service.
What? Greed, mate. If you're the final boss, you're
I'm
pathetic.
worth more to you alive than dead.
And you left me for dead, so why would I care? Yeah, he was sent there as punishment. That is the technical of it all. What the fuck? Okay, big boss suddenly got leveled up. Probably where they're going to force us to do the tank thing. God, this is going to remind me of the Khan Maker, which that was a painful level to go through. I am not a man of timing. No, we're not doing that again. We're not pulling more of the Khan Maker's degree of shit, are we? Hold on, let me pause this. Wasn't he sent there as punishment and then the demons attacked? So, obviously that's going into the nuance of it. I was looking at it from the sort of general sort of level. So, yeah, the technical thing was he attacked his senior officer because the senior officer wanted him to attack innocents. He wasn't going to comply. So, they sent him to Mars as punishment. At the same time, scientists on Mars was experimenting with interdimensional portals. They opened a portal to Hell. Hell invaded, and basically all hell broke loose. By the time Doom Guy got there, basically the demons have gotten their foothold, and the Marines already sent there basically were massacred or murdered or worse, turned into demons. So, it's a bit more nuanced, but that is the general sort of, how would I put it? That's the general sort of story. So I was looking at it overarching, like more or less the UAC meddled in things they shouldn't have. And I was left to clean up the mess. So time to die, bitch.
Thera. Azaric is keeping her alive on his ship. If she dies, his power would die with her. I can take you to her.
I wouldn't believe you even if I was gullible. I expected nothing less. I have a feeling you're not the final boss, but you're the second, what they call it, sub-boss? I guess? I don't want to press the circle button because I've accidentally pressed that one too many times on this screen and it's gone through, like, skipped over, you know, the things I've collected and whatnot. Three of 22, 4 of 22. Are you counting down or up? Item rewarded. A Master Hunter. The final battle. Ooh, we're getting there. I'm going to quickly go to the toilet and I will be right back. Whoops. Did I accidentally press when I... No, okay. So I'll just briefly keep it there for a moment. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I have returned. So, here we go, the final battle. It does make me wonder though now, is that final card supposed to be for a bonus level or something? I guess I'll find out. Interesting. Oh my.
It won't be ready in time, sir.
Refueling complete. Royal Atlan online.
Do you trust him to be the one to pilot it? boy.
Fire!
Combat mode engaged. Siege breakers are on and
Remember
online.
my buttons here, like that. I gotta remember R2, R2, and now you're gone. Out. Up. Destroy the Hellgate generators.
Protecting the siege towers.
Out. And that's what you get. Alright. Hello. We'll just do this. I'll admit there is something oddly satisfying about crushing tanks. I don't know why. But I want to just quickly minimize these enemies and make it a little easier for the Marines to get the foothold they need. Of course, destroying the actual buildings doesn't exactly help now, does it? But I'm a goddamn mech. Perfect. I'm silent because I am focused. And you're dead. Next. And you're dead. Hello. Weapon for me. That.
Patrick's forces have been crushed.
Hello. Yoink. I saw it. I think. There he is. Come be faster. I expect nothing less than a challenge with this bloke. The other bloke was a challenge, but not that much of a challenge. It's just you and me, you demonic freak. Come on, in there. And we'll just casually... Bye-bye. We'll just casually kick you in the in and take this off. And that's what you get for trying to beat me. Then decrease the amount of damage you do by 1. Step aside, demons. This one is mine.
I can never rule as king, so long as you are the only one they fear.
Bring it on, bitch.
This is true power.
Interesting. Here's all I'll say to that.
How does it feel, Slayer?
Easy? Ooh. Oh, I did say that. Yes, I did. I made him bleed a little. Stage 2 of the boss? Oh yeah. Usually big boss levels have a series of stages. That's why I said stage 2 of the boss. Like, no, stage 2.
Enough of this!
Nope. No, 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 enough of this. More of this. Oof. What if I just did this to you? Or I could just do that. Nope. Ow. That hurt. I think he's providing enough of a challenge as is without me having to do any tweaking. Oh dear. Ooh. Oh. Oh. I felt that one. Oof. Oh, you pissed him off now, just like the demons did with Daisy. Oh, you better hope to high fucking Hannibal Hannah he's going to be forgiving by the end of this. Where is he? That, we're going to need that. You've pissed him off, so watch what happens when you piss him off. That was for Daisy. That was for the dragon. And this... Oh, is there no more? Oh, I was hoping he would, like, Duke Nukem his head off. No, but we'll just take his heart out.
Azric's life signal is still active. It is transmitting now from the Hell Dimension.
What is the dragon's name? I don't recall if they gave it a name. Something I'll have to look into after the game. Take a moment to mourn, just like Daisy. Daisy was the name of his pet bunny in the original Dooms. At the end of the original Doom, not Ultimate Doom, the original Doom, you get like this panning shot, basically, and then when you get to, like, I guess you could say the city, more or less, you see like the head of a bunny on a pike. That was Doom Guy's pet bunny, Daisy. Pretty much the only real thing he cared about, and so naturally, when they killed it, he was pissed.
Fira. Are you all right?
the only thing they fear. 100%. Very few. One of the few levels where I have actually. Oh wow! Another boss battle, but we are coming to that end, and fitting because we're getting close to that 2-hour mark. But yeah, I don't recall the dragon's name. The rat. Well, that's how I pronounce it. So. Let the Slayer lead the charge.
Lead Azric to the Slayer.
Draw the horde to us.
Let's go after the ultimate big boss. We fought him once, we can fight him again.
Buy him as much time as you can.
Just want to make sure that there's a temple glow. No. Find whatever secrets lay. Whoops. One step too far. Hello. Codex found from Marok. Or Marok. Another life sigil, probably won't be needing it. At least not right now. Hello, we'll just get and that. You. obviously the way forward's there. I want to have a quick look around. Because you'll never know what you might... Oh boy, secret keys. Is there upgrades to be had? I think so. We're probably going to need some upgrades, so let's have a look what we got here. Let's have a look. We'll do that. Well, I will go for the secret key once I find it. But first, this needs to be rid of. Casually. Oh my god, stop getting in my way. And we'll just take care of that, and we'll do that, and there we go. What did I get? The old one toy. Thing is, like, I would buy, like, if people are making like these collectibles as like physical things, and I'm pretty sure someone has. If I had the money and whatnot, I would absolutely buy like the physical in-game collectibles as the toys. The thing is, obviously, one has to have the funds to do so. Plus, I also don't exactly have a place to store them and showcase them off, so that presents a problem within itself. But I absolutely would. It also surprises me that it hasn't thought of turning the in-game collectibles into actual merch you can buy, because that would be quite a source of revenue for them. People would pay top dollar for some authentic Doom merch that comes straight from the game itself. I know I would. I feel like I'm missing so much. Let's just quickly put that back for a moment, because I feel like there's more to be done. Like, I see that blue key needs to be had. Let's bring that back to us for a minute. I feel like there is a way up there. I really would like to find the secret key, and I probably will find it. Another one. Oh boy, there's going to be so many places to go once I find the key. Oh wait, I've been here. The key must be a bit further beyond, I guess. Hold your horse. Hold the metaphorical horse for a brief moment of time. A thought is crossing my mind. The thought crossed my mind and I was not entirely in the wrong. You, I can grab and unlock the door in process. That will go that way, but I am not. I am convinced that I can get the secret key. I just gotta find more areas. Hello. Promising? No, just a room with a T. Hey, ew. Never mind. Never mind, I am an idiot. Found another secret. Means that I shouldn't be too far from another. Hello. Alright, let's make sure before we move too far forward that we thoroughly check everywhere. So I've already been up because of that teleporter. Got 190 health and 140 armor. I've grabbed those. I feel like the secret key is going to be a lot later in level in terms of when I grab it. But I nonetheless want to see if I can't grab it sooner. But I now clean forgotten where it was. Which is... hold on, is that it? I think that's it. Oh yeah, because it's... it itself is stuck behind a secret key. A secret door, which is... very bizarre. Oh well. Let us move forward for the time being. Whew. Headshot. Key's right there. Okay, looking up. Around or trying to. There's probably a way in. There is probably a way in. Because you wouldn't do like that. You wouldn't put the secret key into a place you can't access, per se. You would want it in a relatively accessible area, or at least able to get the secret key easily enough. So there is probably a way to get to it. There probably is. Soul sphere. Hello. Oh. Hey. I feel like that's how you get to the secret key, or one way. I'm just moving forward in the level without really knowing it, and not actively trying to find a way to get to the secret key. Yeah, I feel like I'm making a mistake by not getting the secret key, but you know what? I'm an idiot. Oh, hello. Hello. Something opens up. Who, what, where, when? You. I won't pick up the shield yet. Bye bye. And now I'll have it back. Easily enough taken down. Stop teleporting. Again, I don't know if it is the art file, but if it is, it's a pretty weak version of the art file in the way that it's not really doing art file-y things. It just teleports around and makes itself a harder target to hit. Alright. mean, I'm finding the secret areas, but the secret key is the one thing I haven't got. Annihilated. Up. That's sold. A life sigil. Blech. The word's right. Ah ha ha. Well, I'm finding secrets like they're going out of fashion. And what do we take us to? That. Yeah, I think at this point in time, the whole secret key thing, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get lucky. One could have dreamt. One could have dreamt. I felt. Huh? Oh, never mind. I'm an idiot. I found the secret key. It only took half the bloody level, but you know what? Now I'm going to go back and unlock all the secret doors that I wanted to get that I just couldn't because I didn't have the secret key. Okay. Things learned. Now it's a matter of looking. Does this thing do a tracking of things? 8 of 11. So I'm definitely on the right track, more or less, with getting these secret areas logged. Okay, yeah, so, well, there's probably more secret doors that I need to go after. And I intend to. I want to make sure that I'm being thorough in my looking. These. Well, that was interesting. I thought the secret key was in there, but it wasn't all this time. There are most likely secrets that I've walked right past and didn't even think twice to maybe look there. You have the key. Yeah, but that area where there was like 2 on either side, I thought that had the secret key in it, and I unlocked them, and yeah. Like I have the secret key now. I'm just trying to think: is there any places that have secret keys that I've predominantly missed? And I feel like I have missed a few areas. I just don't know where I've missed them. What have I got so far though? 9 of 11. I'm not going to allow inappropriate jokes there. It would be so easy to make a joke. By the measure of this map, I have explored near almost everything. Also, I find this particular kind of map a bit... Is there a way to... I'll worry about it another time. Oops, hey, let me upgrade. Do that. Do that. Oh. I don't have enough. That's alright. That is perfectly fine.
Azric's hangar.
Slayer's getting close!
Good. Oh, good. Okay, there after. Miss. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That takes care of them for the majority of it. Usually the bigger demons take out a bigger chunk. So I'm always looking for the bigger demons. Either that or large groups of demons, such as you. And you. And we'll just take that. Essential ammo. How many trophies have I got at this point? We'll find out and then I will just take care of these guys first. time to die.
Azric's ship is taking off.
Not without me, it's not. I just want to make sure I picked up some armor while I'm ahead. Grab all that, and I have grabbed pretty much everything. I say pretty much everything, not necessarily everything. I've beaten you once and I will beat you again.
Locking on Azric's signal.
He's on board. We hold our ground until he finishes this.
Punish the guilty. Ha ha ha. I assume it's as simple as just walking up to the door. Yep. This is what happens when you try to mess with me. Now, that is a lot closer to what I like. Run and gun. Keep the demons are coming, and I will proudly mow them down. Hold on, do I hear a mute, like you and M1 there? Hold on. I must be hallucinating or something. I thought for a moment there I was hearing sort of like a modern iteration of Doom's E1M1. We are definitely at the 2-hour mark, but I intend to polish this game off. So... Also, my berserker's not run out. Good. Great.
Kill him. Avenge your god.
Azrak and Witch. I'm going to focus on you. You will be easily enough beaten.
If I die, Witch, your god, all his knowledge will be lost forever.
One down.
I command the Horde. Kill me, and this war will never end.
No, it'll just end with you dead and me alive. I beat you once and I'll beat you again. Dude, can't make a provided a bigger challenge than you. Oh shit, you're fucked. Bye bye. Oh hey, it's Mr. Payment. I'm never gonna get over that. Mr. Payment. Here's your payment. Shotgun blast straight to the head. Knocking his lights right out.
Any word?
No one has seen him since the assault.
We are much better off with him on his own. And you, young sentinel. Your father tells me great things about you.
Thank you, sir. The Maker's Church has disavowed all actions taken by the Creed. They give their word he was acting alone, and they'll bring justice to anyone that collaborated with them.
We'll move forward with our own Inquisition, quietly.
It is time to look forward. We will always be a people of faith. But we must consider now who we will put that faith in. And I say to you, there is no better place to turn to than ourselves. This is our home, and we will stand together to the last sentinel to defend it. As we have before, as our ancestors did, as we always will. And lastly, I'll ask you to join me now in paying our respect to him. The people of Argentanur rest easier now, knowing he is out there.
Targets identified. Slayer, prepped for launch.
And so, according to the Codex, he basically wreaks absolute hell on the demons and eventually gets buried in a coffin. And more or less, the events of Doom 2016 eventually take place. I didn't find all the secrets, but I tried. Thy flesh consume. Hold on. There's a continue? What happens if I click continue? Like, I can't. Okay. Damn right, it's developed by id Software. Ah, it's just credits. Just credits. Well, I'll let the credits roll while I talk about my thoughts. My honest thoughts on Doom the Dark Ages. It's good, certainly. When you compare it to sort of the Doom franchise as a whole, it's not among the weakest of the lot. Doom 3 was the weakest of the lot, but it stands a little below, I'd say. Probably Doom Eternal in many ways. Like, my list would currently go Ultimate Doom, Doom 2, Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, Doom the Dark Ages, then Final Doom TNT, Doom 2, Hell on Earth, then... No, I'm absolutely messing up my own listing here. But either way, Doom the Dark Ages would sit below Doom Eternal, because it's not the strongest Doom game, but it's not the weakest either. Oh, someone's here. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Had something that quickly had to be taken care of. So I will end off the live stream, but I'll just finish off pretty much on this. So honestly, it's a good game. It's not like top tier. It's definitely not on my top 3. It just sits a little below Doom Eternal, which for me is in 4th place. So yeah, good game. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed what I played. I'm just kind of letting the credits roll here, and good grief, the amount it really does show how much exactly goes into a game. I'm actually curious if I just exit this, will it skin acquired the nightmare? Hello. Campaign completed. Yay, I can now go back and complete. Alright, let's quickly go and have a look at what I've 100%ed. So, barrier core. I've 100% completed From Beyond. And the final battle. So, it seems my average sort of completion rate, by the looks of this, I would say is give or take maybe 55%, give or take, I'd argue. So I can generally get half the game completed, but yeah. Ultimately, I'm very happy with the with what I've done. I think I'll keep the Divinity skin. I don't see much of a need to choose anything less. What have we got here? Acquire all code in a single safe slot. Yeah, no. Some of these I obviously never really did. That's cool. But I could never do that. I could never do that. Some of these have skins that I wouldn't be able to do it. Because they're just... don't get me wrong, they're cool, but I'm not... I'm just happy to have completed the game that I did. So... and we'll go weapon skins. We'll go that. I know that I've completed the game, but I'm just applying whatever skins I happen to have. So, there we go. I've applied skins. Good. And of course I got very few actual collectibles, but that don't matter. So, alrighty, well, that's going to do it for me. I want to thank you guys all for joining me today. It was a blast playing through this. It took a week, give or take, to complete this game. I'm quite pleased with myself there, so yeah. Thank you all for joining me. I hope that you have a good day. I can't tell you when I'll be live streaming again. I intend to get to live streaming Doom Eternal, so I'm now doing things backwards, more or less. So it'll all be, I don't know, I might give myself a whatever period of time to breathe, give my brain a chance to sort of rest and recover and whatnot. So when I do another live stream, you can always subscribe and hit the bell, and you'll be notified anytime I do live stream. But yeah, other than that, there's not really much else to be said. So yeah, anyways, thank you all for joining me today, and yeah, I'll see you guys whenever I live stream next. So until then, ciao for now.